Good evening and welcome to Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. I'm Madhav Das Gopal Krishnan. Viewers, the Ram Mandir was not built merely with brick and stone. It was built on the unwavering faith of millions. From elderly devotees offering their life savings to daily wage workers, every rupee carried a story of devotion and sacrifice. But that sacred trust, sanctity, now lies shattered, as the money meant for the divine has been plundered and faith of thousands of devotees, if not lakhs, stands completely broken. What makes this betrayal sting even deeper is the insider collusion. The very people meant to guard the treasury are now under the scanner. What are we talking about? This is an exclusive breaking update coming in from the probe going on in Ayodhya. Times Now has unraveled how exactly the alleged theft was uncovered by the trust and why no immediate FIR was filed. According to top sources, a distinct pattern has emerged in the alleged Ram Temple donation theft case, indicating that the trust began recovering the alleged embezzled money even before a formal complaint was filed. According to sources now and Trust General Secretary, it was Champat Rai who first received information about the suspected donation theft on June 3rd or 4th. Following the internal verification, trust officials along with police reached the residence of accused on the 5th of June, where nearly 58 lakh rupees were recovered. Sources further claim that the remaining amount was returned by the accused through their bank accounts by June 8th. Now, this sequence has become a key focus of the investigation, and let's quickly take this across to Mohit Bhatt. Mohit, why was this done? And if it was done before the registration of a formal complaint, what are the procedural lapses that are now being talked about? Was there an attempt at suppressing what was happening there in the trust by top officials, including Champat Rai? If they knew about it, why didn't they take legal action?
Well, in fact, Madhav, this clearly exposes that there was an attempt, and what the sources say is that till 8th of June, the money was being recovered. And the police sources, and in fact, the police have come on record and they have said that around 80 lakh rupees have already been recovered. Now, that is where the police says their ambit of investigation will focus on. That why exactly the official FIR was not being filed. Why the police and the other officials were not informed about this by the trust. And also, when the first FIR was filed on 25th, the SIT was formed on 13th. Why exactly it took them 8 days to cover this?
Okay,
and
that
is
is very shocking sequence indeed that you're bringing to us. This is the sequence of events that preceded the formal FIR, that preceded the SIT. And if they knew this over a month and a half before the actual process and the inquiry started, what were they waiting for? Was this just something that senior leaders all knew about, those associated with the trust knew about, but did not act? Was there a cover-up? Those are some of the questions coming to the fore. Mohit, thanks so much for joining us with an exclusive story. And moving on, as far as this story is concerned, there are many aspects of this. Today, the Supreme Court refused an urgent hearing on a plea seeking a fair probe into the alleged embezzlement of Ram Janmabhoomi temple donations. A petition that was sought by a CBI-led multi-agency investigation was actually asked for or appealed for, but the court said that the matter could wait until regular hearings resume after the summer break. The court observed that heavens are not going to fall. The PIL also questioned the UP police probe, alleging lapses in evidence preservation and seeking a court-monitored investigation. Now, moving on, according to sources, police have also questioned key temple trust office bearers and are examining digital evidence in this case. 8 accused have been sent to 14 days of judicial custody, while the SIT continues probing documents, evidence, and their alleged links. The UP police has not sought remand at this stage. And sources further indicate that the SIT has sought information from Trust General Secretary Champat Rai along with Anil Mishra, Gopal Rao and temple priests as part of the ongoing investigation. After the FIR was registered, Champat Rai was also questioned regarding employees associated with the trust and details linked to the alleged donation misappropriation. Now, the Ram Mandir Trust is also moving ahead with major internal crackdown. Sources indicate that a full review of appointments made outside the official process is currently underway, with staff hired through recommendation-based or irregular procedures now under scrutiny. The trust is also said to be considering removal of employees appointed without due process as part of a wider recruitment overhaul that has now begun. According to sources, action is likely in cases of irregular appointments, while the administration is simultaneously moving to tighten transparency norms within the system. Amidst the probe, the role of bank employees involved in donation counting process, has now come under the scanner as well. Sources are saying that 2 bank officials are being examined. With the SIT looking into their alleged involvement and possible further action, police have also issued notices to 6 banks, including SBI, Bank of Baroda, and others to check the account details, examine lockers, and trace the digital footprints of nearly 80 people linked to the case. The Ayodhya Bar Association has now refused to represent the accused in the Ram Mandir donation embezzlement case. In an emergency meeting called by the association today, its president, Kalika Prasad Mishra, has warned that any lawyer representing the accused will be fined 5 lakh rupees. All right, let's quickly take this across to our guest. Joining us, Dr. Kaushalkant Mishra, spokesperson of BJP, is with us. Rahul Ishwar, activist, is with us. Akhilesh Katiyar, spokesperson, SP, also joins us. And with us is Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst. Let me start with you first. Kaushalkant Mishra, the question that many are asking at this point of time is that what is the action that is to be taken? Because the very people, including the role of Mr. Champat Rai, is now coming into question. If he knew about this on the 3rd of June, why didn't he act? Was he also involved in this scam? That's the most obvious question. Was he involved in a cover-up then?
Madhav, this is a very important question, and that is why SIT has been formed. And that investigation will let you know, and everybody let know that what should be done. But Madhav, this is a Ram Mandir temple case. Anybody, whosoever he may be, it may be Champat Rai ji, it may be Ramesh Misra ji, it may be Nipen Misra ji, it may be me, you, anybody involved in this corruption should be behind the bar and should be punished as much as possible. Bharatiya Janata Party is not going to save anyone. And it is the only Bharatiya Janata Party government why this investigation started. Madhav, it's not alone Ram Mandir. If you see, there is in Sabrimala, in Padmanabhan, in Natraj, in Thurupara cases. In all those cases, no investigation is there. Do you know, in Tirupati Mandir, government says that pink diamond is broken with coins. Is it possible? It is a government affidavit in the High Court.
Mishra, let's not say there's no investigation. No. Just now the High Court in Kerala has actually delivered a judgment on the SIT probe. When it comes to Thiruparankundaram, there are of course various cases that have been filed at the level. I think it has been appealed before the Supreme Court also. Let us not say there is no investigation. In fact, this is worse, and I'll tell you why this is worse. Kaushalkant Mishra, once again, just listen to me. In all those cases, they are governed by the various boards, endowments, etc., which are government controlled. Here, you have a government appointed private trust. So people will say this has set the entire Free Temple movement back by a decade or so.
Madhav, this autonomous trust was decided by the Supreme Court. In our country, there are 30 states and 22 types of endowment laws are there in 22 states. And every state there is temple management is like this only. But nobody has said, this is first time all the political parties coming into it is good thing. At least political parties.
Your party is ridden on the popularity of the Ram Janmabhoomi movement for the last 3.5 decades. You have also fought for this. Is this what people have fought for? To end up in 2 years of a scam?
माधव, मैं यहाँ पे बिल्कुल बचाने की कोशिश किसी को नहीं कर रहा हूं. मैं तो कह रहा हूं कि अगर कोई भी इन्वॉल्व है उसको सबसे ज्यादा पनिशमेंट मिलना चाहिए, पब्लिक पनिशमेंट मिलना चाहिए. लेकिन मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाह रहा हूं माधव कि राम मंदिर पे इतनी राजनीति क्यों हो रही? क्योंकि ये एक पॉलिटिकल मुद्दा हो गया है. यहां पर चुनाव आने वाला उत्तर प्रदेश में, यहां पर कांग्रेस हो, समाजवादी पार्टी, उनको अपनी राजनीति नजर आ रही है.
क्रिमिनल एक्ट हुआ है और किसी ने भी क्रिमिनल एक्ट हुआ है, उनसे सवाल पूछा जाएगा. जो लोग इस पर जस्टिस मांग रहे हैं उनसे सवाल नहीं पूछा सकता. सबरीमला में आपने सवाल पूछा, आप तिरुपति, तिरुमला, तिरुपरकुंद्रम सब पे सवाल पूछ रहे हो और सबको अधिकार है पूछने का.
माधव, मैं बिल्कुल खुश हूं, बहुत अच्छी बात है. पर यही अधिकार साउथ इंडिया के सारे टेंपल्स पे, देश के सारे टेंपल में जो 4 लाख मंदिरों के ऊपर सरकार कंट्रोल कर रही है, हर मंदिर का यही हाल है. उसके बारे में कोई नहीं पूछ रहा।
नहीं, that doesn't justify. I'm sorry. नहीं, गलत बात कह रहे हैं सर। इस चैनल पे हम सब ने, हम सारे जितने सबरीमला के तीनों स्कैम्स है, सब पे इसी प्रोग्राम पे डिस्कशन किया है. There is no question about it. I want to bring in अखिलेश कटियार. अखिलेश कटियार, क्या ये पूरा मुद्दा इसीलिए उठाया जा रहा है कि उत्तर प्रदेश में चुनाव है? क्या ये कन्वीनियंटली पॉलिटिकल मुद्दा इसलिए बनाया जा रहा है? जवाब दीजिए, प्लीज गिव द आंसर.
मैं दो बातें माधव साहब पूछना चाहता हूं. 5 जून को जब पुलिस अविनाश शुक्ला के घर गई और पैसे बरामद हुए, तो पुलिस किसके कहने पे गई? वो पैसे लाके किसको दे दिए गए? क्या घर की सरकार चल रही है? आपने पुलिस भेजा, घर में आए, कोई FIR नहीं, कोई कुछ नहीं. 27 अप्रैल से लेकर 5 जून तक जो आपको 40 बार चोरी हुई पकड़ी गई, इसका मतलब जानकारी 27 अप्रैल से थी. बगैर FIR के क्या ट्रस्ट पुलिस हैंडल करता है? सरकार हैंडल करती है. सरकार के अधीन है और ट्रस्ट के अधीन पुलिस है. घर में जाके 80 लाख उठा के लाती है, कोई लेना देना नहीं, कोई FIR नहीं, कोई कार्रवाई नहीं. और SIT अंतरिम जानकारी सरकार को नहीं देती है. जो FIR हुई है वो SIT के अंतरिम जानकारी के आधार पे गोविंद गिरी साहब FIR करा रहे. ये हो क्या रहा है यहाँ पे? ये SIT सरकार को जानकारी देगी, SIT की रिपोर्ट गुप्त रखी जाए, ये चक्कर है. वो भी अंतरिम के बिहार पे FIR करा रहे, पैसे उठा के लाके रख दिए जाते हैं.
जवाब दीजिए कौशल कांत मिश्रा, जवाब दीजिए.
माधव जी, कोई भी चीज जो इरेगुलर हुई है, इसीलिए तो एक्सपोजर जरूरी है, इसीलिए तो SIT की जांच जरूरी है, इसीलिए हम आप बैठ करके यहाँ बात करें. मैं किसी को, अरे सुनिए ना, अरे सुन लीजिए, अरे सुनिए ना, मैं तो ये कह रहा हूं ना कि बिल्कुल जांच होनी चाहिए, बिल्कुल अपराधियों को सलाखों के पीछे होना चाहिए, जो भी इरेगुलरिटी हुई वो करेक्ट होनी चाहिए. लेकिन सिर्फ राम मंदिर में ही नहीं, देश के सारे मंदिरों में होनी चाहिए, देश के सभी मंदिरों में इन्वेस्टिगेशन होना चाहिए. केवल आप राम मंदिर के ऊपर राजनीति करने के लिए आए हैं? आप मुझे बताइए, आपका मथुरा के ऊपर क्या स्टैंड है, आपका काशी के ऊपर क्या स्टैंड है? इससे ये पता चलता है आप केवल राजनीति कर रहे हैं.
देखिए, कौशल, the problem with that argument is, for no temple in this country has anyone made an argument that there has been a 500-year struggle. That is only the Ram temple. Now, all the other issues related to various other temples are apart. The Ram temple is being spotlighted and has been part of our political discourse, whether fortunate, unfortunate, whatever one chooses to believe. The point is that no temple has been highlighted like this. But let me bring in Syed Asad Abbas. Do you agree with Dr. Kaushal Kant Mishra when he says that this is just being highlighted for political reasons, given that UP elections are next year?
Absolutely not. I completely disagree with the BJP spokesperson, and I have my reasons why. I've always held Maryada Purushottam Ram as Imam-e-Hind, in the words of Allama Iqbal, who addressed him that way. Let us understand, I'm sure it's not just hurt our Hindu brothers, but our Muslim brothers and all of them as well too. The fact of the matter, Ram Bhagwan is an idol who represents even the whole of country and not just the Sanatan Dharma. And when this could happen at his temple, it is absolutely shocking. This shows the discrepancies which have come through. The fact, when I was reading the SIT report, the Special Investigation Team, when they constituted, they clearly said there have been multiple systemic deficiencies. Not just that, alleged violations of standard operating procedures, inadequate frisking of personnel involved in donation counting, weak supervision, deficiencies in CCTV monitoring, and lapses in reconciliation of cash deposits in bank. When I read all this through, and I was thinking to myself, the Bharatiya Janata Party, which is always equated and fought for the temple of Ram, I'd really like to know the people and question who has formed these trust and who are these thugs out there, chores out there, who are there to loot money in
the big question. I want to bring in Rahul Ishwar on that. End of the day, they have played with the faith of the devotees, Rahul Ishwar. People who have devoted, people who may have given their life's earnings, people who may have given, huge chunks of their salary, or whatever it is that they have given. People are saying stories, horror stories, that even receipts are not given. And this is happening temple after temple, unfortunately, in our country. This is how the faith of people is being looted. The trust of the public is being looted. What is the punishment that can be given for such people?
no punishment is enough. And I thank Syed Abbas ji for invoking that Imam-e-Hind Ram by Allama Iqbal. That's a great thing to hear. See, let's be honest about this. I'm a Hindu activist. Some loot has happened in both Sabarimala and Ayodhya. We should not close our eyes towards it. We have to take responsibility to open it up. And what should be our stand? Let anybody say anything, but we will clean up this. And like Misraji has a point, around India, such temples are facing issues. So what should we do? For example, in Sabarimala, what we are done is we brought right to information in Sabarimala, made it applicable to the temple too, so that the devotees can question where the money is going. We need right to information applicable to temple, church, mosque, and ashrams and every spiritual institution, so that those denomination people can ask where the money is going. Second, we need more transparency, accountability, and better temple management system. These are the structural changes that we should bring in both Ayodhya, Sri Ram, and Sabarimala, Swami Ayyappa. If there is a loot, we should never cover it up. Like in the Amir Khan song which says, Kahi daag hai to chupaya kyun? No, we should not run away from it and beyond politics. And I would urge everyone to be constructive in this, because this is a thing that happens, that wounds the soul of India. Our father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, was a huge Ram Bhakt. We are all, our Sabarimala is a great model of pluralism, where we go to a Muslim mosque before going to a Hindu temple. This is the kind of unity we need. And there is a systemic issue that at play, that is of temple management. And we should, beyond politics, take efforts to mend it. And I hope a person like Modi will definitely seize the stock of the situation and do something very positive, that trust of the devotees can be regained.
Okay. Dr. Kaushal Mishra, Akhilesh Katiyar, Syed Abbas, I have to thank all three of you for joining us.